On that beat, going crazy.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really, seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
Welcome to another Big Red Plastic Cup review. This is another video in my review series to highlight games that you may have missed or genres you may have never explored. Today we're looking at Gone Home, another game from the developers Fulbright, who also created Tacoma, which I have already reviewed previously, so be sure to check out the review and gameplay link in the description. Gone Home was Fulbright's first game and set the pace for what to expect from this developer, and really showed that some quality content was going to be produced here. The game is a first-person exploration and fits right into the walking simulator genre. To give a quick history of the game and developer, Gone Home was released for PC in 2013 and later released for all consoles including iOS by 2018. The game is exactly what to expect in the walking simulator genre, but if you're new to the category, you can think of it more of playing a short movie where there's minimal interaction, but it lets you discover the story at your own pace, in somewhat of your own order as well. The game is a wonderful story with a great atmosphere that I think most will enjoy. You start the game as Katie in 1995 with seemingly little information in the beginning other than what sounds like a voicemail left by yourself, and it forces you to explore and read each piece of information you find along the way to help provide context for what's happening in the story. You will begin at the house, which is safe to assume is your own, a note left on the door by someone named Sam, and your first goal is to gain entry to the home. Much of the interactive options become available when looking at objects and notes found within the house. In order to progress, you must find certain objects to unlock the next area. If you do play, I suggest examining every piece of info found, as some pieces have no information at all, but some have all the information needed to progress. The game has a creepy undertone and atmosphere in the beginning, as you're entering a home that looks like it is being abandoned. While thunderstorms are happening in the background, and every once in a while the lights might flicker, or you might hear a creepy sound like footsteps upstairs. The game does a great job of keeping you on your toes with both sound and visual cues. When you enter the house, you definitely feel a need to figure out who you are, who Sam is, and what happened. According to the first voicemail left by you, Katie, in the prologue, you were supposed to be coming to see your family. The rest of the game is figuring out what exactly happened at the home. Many things can be interacted with throughout the story. When entering a room, there are light switches and lamps that can be turned on to make it easier to see. Most drawers and cabinets can be opened to check for any clues, as well as closets or filing cabinets. The game does a good job of scattering information throughout the story. As you find certain objects or read certain notes, you will be provided with further context on who Sam is and what exactly is going on. You can also interact with cassettes and place them into cassette players or boomboxes scattered around the house, which may provide extra information as well. Fulbright so far for me has created two amazing games, both unique in their own way, and I can't wait for their next project. They are currently working on it right now with Annapurna Interactive, who helped port Gone Home to the Nintendo Switch and iOS in 2018. I can only expect their next project to be as great as the last two. They're not perfect games, but you can feel the developers put it all on the line and took risks in both Gone Home and Tacoma, and it really pays off for the player experience. If you enjoy this genre, you will not be disappointed with Gone Home. Fulbright was founded by three devs who had previously worked together on BioShock 2, Minerva's Den, and then they all became intrigued with pursuing an exploration game influenced by Minerva's Den. But they wanted to avoid developing the game through a large company and wanted a small independent team, so Fulbright was formed. The developers moved into a house together in Portland and started developing Gone Home. The initial idea was to have the player explore a smart house that included a central artificial intelligence, running everything with robots. They quickly realized that their eyes might have been too big for their stomach, and instead came up with the idea of a character in a normal house with no other characters present to make things a little bit easier on the development team, and I'm glad that they did it this way. The game for me definitely explored all the emotions of curiosity, fear, sadness, and happiness. I recommend this game to everyone interested in this genre, as Gone Home is a perfect example of how to create an amazing experience in a video game. The game is worth it for that experience and a couple of hours of rock-solid entertainment. I suggest picking it up on the console or device most available to you if possible. I really can't recommend it enough. If you're interested at all in the 1440p 60 frames per second full gameplay, there's a link in the description as well. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of these reviews and gameplay footage in the future. Don't be afraid to like the video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, and see you on the next one.
Going crazy.